Hey folks, this is Waylon. I have been awful about doing videos lately and I beg your forgiveness. Uh, they're super fun and I love doing them. And I've just been working night and day on social media with my team because Elephant has doubled its readership in the last month, which is super exciting. Um, and so I've been focusing on that. But anyway, today I wanted to go over a couple of my favorite eco, mindful, fair tradey, yoga, Buddhist gifts, and I'm about to show them to you with the help of Bess, my colleague. And these gifts are all from YogaOutlet.com, who we're honored to work with. But they're actually things that I picked, that I love, that I think are super eco and super cool. So here we go. I'm wearing my Christmassy Filson hat and Filson shirt, and there's a little elephant lapel pin. Anyway, I hope everyone is good. If you're just tuning in, say where you're from and give it a like or love or a funny faced emoticon, because that'll help this video get big and go beyond outside of the choir, you know, to those who maybe aren't thinking fair trade, aren't thinking eco, aren't thinking mindful. This is the time of year when we buy a kabillion gifts, but many of those gifts are bad for our planet and maybe or make us super happy for a second, but then maybe don't have a lot of meaning. So we're going to try here at Elephant. As usual, we're so predictable to talk about doing something meaningful and eco that'll make you happier in a genuine way. And from Oklahoma, please, more people, say where you're from. And it's always fun to see. And without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Bess, who is a behind the camera kind of gal. She doesn't want to be on the camera. So you guys are out of luck. Vanessa. Oh, Vanessa. In Rome. Wow, you made it. All right. Here, before I sit on it, is one of my favorite gifts. This is a zaputon. I don't know the name, but in Tibetan Buddhism, we call it a zaputon, but it's batik, and it's super pretty. And I love it, and I hope that Redford doesn't sit on it and ruin it. And Nicole from Tasmania. If you're just tuning in, say where you're from, give it a like, give it a love. You can like literally machine gun like it, and that'll help this video get out beyond the meanie algorithm and help more people think about fair trade and eco gifts and you know, mindful gifts that help us connect with our heart and genuine joy. Where are people from? I want to know. So quiet. There's a whole bunch of you on here, but I want to know where you're from. Don't worry, I won't come visit you unless you have a vegan lunch for me. All right, I'm going to hand it to Bess, and I'm going to walk you through my favorite Christmas time, holidaysy gifts. I'm actually genuinely excited about this. So YogaOutlet.com, who we work with, we're in the back room in Elephant. It's a funny little room. So YogaOutlet.com said, Waylon, you can choose whatever you like out of our whole thing to recommend to your readers. And then the side benefit is I get to keep it if I like it. So I actually picked genuine stuff that I like, not stuff that we want to push that I don't like. So I'll just go randomly through it. How's that? Is that okay?
Great.
All right. Everyone say, hey, Bess, if you're in. And if people are saying where they're from, will you just say where they're from?
Sure.
All right. So,
Paris.
So this is good. And say their name.
Let's see.
Qui est
Chanchon.
Chanchon avec from Paris. So this is good in a whole bunch of ways. I have like 5 of these at my house, hanging on doors and gates and stuff. So it's good for security when people open doors or gates or whatever, right? It's also good for feng shui. This sound, any kind of beautiful sound like that, wakes us up. So we can be completely, from a Buddhist point of view, you get super caught up in your mind and your self-important worries. And then you hear something, or you can see a beautiful mountain, whatever it is, and it wakes you up into the present moment where all joy and genuine connection happens. This is made, Bess, can you remind me?
Brass and copper? Oh.
In India or something?
I'm not sure.
We know where everything's made. It's on yogaoutlet.com if you want to find out. But basically it's a lotus, which is a very profound flower. The lotus comes out of the mud, and it's actually symbolic of the human path in the Buddhist tradition. So all your neuroses and all your problems and my bad things or worries or whatever, they're all like the mud. They're all fertilizer for the flower of our own fundamental human basic goodness. So nothing is fundamentally a problem. And actually, when we acknowledge our neuroses in an open way and we work with them on the path of meditation and study and trying to be of benefit to the world, then all of our stuff we thought was bad, the mud, actually turns into the fuel for this beautiful flower. So that's the lotus.
Beautiful.
If people say comments, will you read them to me?
Yeah.
So people, if you're just tuning in, say where you're from, people.
Robin said, Waylon, been missing you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not doing it enough.
Leslie, I've been missing you.
So this is one of my favorite gifts. You can put it at the entrance of a building, like on the wall, or you can put it on, a thing. And this is a prayer wheel. And it's sort of a weird translation because Buddhist people don't really have a big theism thing going on. But basically, so it's not really a prayer to an external deity, but there is some sense of you are connecting. So this actually has a prayer on it, and it's basically just reminding us to that whatever we're doing in our life is to be of benefit to other people, and that includes ourselves, and to make friends with the difficult parts of our own self, whether it's body image or whatever you don't like about yourself. So the tradition is you walk into your house or your office or wherever you are, and you spin it, and when it spins, the prayers go out into the world on the wind. And so I actually really love these. I'm not a superstitious astrology kind of liking guy, but I love the chance before and after a meal, before and after a meditation, before and after a meeting, to bow, to honor people with respect, and to remind ourselves and others that what we're doing is actually for the benefit of others. What is the mission of your life? That is not just me, 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 which doesn't even really work anyway. If you want me, me, me to be happy, then you got to remind yourself. So this is a great it's actually a really practical, it's almost like an app, a 3D app, to remind yourself of your own mission in your life. So I love this stuff. That's why I asked for that.
What was the prayer you were saying last time when you spun that? May all sentient beings.
Like, may it be of benefit, or may all sentient beings be happy. May all sentient beings be free from suffering. May they be free from the roots of suffering. There's various prayers. You can pick one, but the basic message is, may whatever I'm doing, running in and out of this entrance, in this case, going to do something or going out to do something, be of benefit to others. I love this.
I love it. It's beautiful.
And it's beautiful. It's made out of pine.
That's super beautiful.
All right, here's another practical tool. So you would, if you're right-handed, you'd have it on
I'm
your...
going to bring the light over here.
Do it. Oh, it's really heavy, though. Want me to help?
Okay. Yeah.
I got you. Alrighty. We're in the back storage room at Elephant. Okay.
What's next?
What's next is another practical tool for your life. Did I just lose? Nope. So there's 2 cushion sizes. Is this who's on who knows this? Is it Om or Hum?
It is Om.
Om?
Yeah.
Oh, well there you go. So
what is Om, Waylon?
it's like, where's my mom when I need her? My mom's the actual Buddhist teacher.
It's the sound of the universe, right?
Yeah, that's what 22-year-old yoga teachers who did a 2-week yoga teacher training say. But it's called a seed syllable, meaning it's a fundamental seed root syllable for life. Like, it doesn't have a literal meaning. So yeah, it is in some sense the sound of the universe, but my mom would be disappointed in me right now. So anyway, it's beautiful. It makes a beautiful sound. So this is something very practical. You can do it before and after a meeting, before and after a meal, before and after the main purpose. I have one of these that's bigger in Japanese at home, before and after a meditation. So when you start meditation, one of the best ways to have a good meditation session is to begin it and end it clearly. So you begin it. I hit it a little bit too hard there. And then you begin meditating. And basically, the first time you meditate in the day, you do it 3 times, and then you end with 2 times. And then if you meditate again, you begin with 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, and then you end the whole day with 3 times. So 3 is the bookend. And yeah, it's super beautiful. Look at it.
Wow.
And if my mom were here, she could actually translate all this stuff. She's Lama Linda Lewis.
I did not know that.
But you're talking with the furrier more ignorant Lewis.
That's really beautiful.
And so, yeah, this is a very practical thing, and that's why I picked it, because it's practical and it can actually help you live a mindful life. You can begin and end. A lot of times people sit down and meditate and kind of randomly meditate and then start looking at their phone and then start folding laundry and then go back to meditating. Instead, you just begin properly. All right, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, here's something I love, maybe because I'm like a 70s boy at heart, but I love to wear a necklace. This is obviously too beautiful and too small for me, but this has the lotus on it. I'll put it on my hand there. But you can see I climb for a living, so Bess's hands would be more attractive. So it's got the
There's
lotus.
2 little lotuses.
And it's brass, I believe, with 18 karat gold
Yeah, that's
on
right.
it. And this, again, you know, if you are into wearing jewelry, it's great to wear something that reminds you that any problems or challenges you have in your life are not actually fundamental problems, that they're opportunities to wake up
I love that.
and to be of service. And that's the symbol of the lotus, which is transmuting mud into
Beauty.
kind of, wakeful beauty that opens to the sun. And the sun is often symbolic of fundamental human goodness. So out of all the fancy things on YogaOutlet.com, I chose a book by Pema Chodron, who I got to know growing up. She's a wonderful, accessible Buddhist teacher, and you don't need to be Buddhist to care about her. She's just helpful for life. Bess, have you ever read any of her? Yeah. Well, you're being
Only the
honest.
quotes
You're
on
being
it.
honest, which I
Only
like.
the quotes on our Instagram.
So I'll read it. I just open it up super randomly, page 41. You can cultivate the 4 limitless qualities of love: compassion, joy, and equanimity. The 4 limitless qualities of love are compassion, joy, and... The 4 limitless qualities are love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. By learning to relax where you are. There's no problem with being where you are right now. Even if you feel loving kindness and compassion for only one sentient being, that is a good place to start. Simply acknowledging, respecting, and appreciating the warmth is a way to encourage its growth. We can be where we are and at the same time leave wide open the possibility of being able to expand far beyond where we are now in the course of our lifetime. So it's just, she's a super helpful teacher for life. She's been on Oprah. We blogged about her a ton. Never got to interview her, but one can always dream. And if any of you are uncomfortable with uncertainty, this is the book for you, because you can begin to kind of relax into uncertainty, which is life. So I love her. So that's not a fancy gift, but often the most meaningful gifts to me are books, because you can inscribe in the front and you can give a gift for someone who's going through a breakup or through a job change or whatever kind of change in their life. Is this interesting for folks? I hope it is.
Lots of loves.
Okay, so give it a like or a love and say where you're from if you're just tuning in. And if you feel like sharing this or whatever, I super appreciate it, because it helps it get beyond the choir to all those who don't yet give a care. So these are super hip, and I love them. They're narrow at the bottom. These are, they're not Buddhist-y, obviously, but they're yoga-y. They're made by a great company who I've worked with for many years. And what's good about these?
100% organic.
100% organic and kind of hip. I like them. I will wear the hell out of these, or the heaven out of them.
They look cozy for the winter.
They're super cozy, and I don't know why I like the narrow
And they have a
bottom so
matching
much.
sweatshirt.
And the matching sweatshirt.
Or hoodie.
Or hoodie. You can see that Bess is actually the emperor. I'm just Darth Vader. She's actually in charge of everything. So this is sort of a hoodie. It's actually just a giant collar, which is my favorite thing ever, because it goes over your ears. I like big collars. As you can tell, I always pop the collar to keep my neck warm in the winter. Anyway, it's super cool, super cozy. You can feel like a yoga version of Muhammad Ali in this thing. You know? I love it. It's made by Prana. Also by Prana is... What was good about this one?
Fair trade.
Yeah, so this one, there we go. I knew there was a reason I was looking in there. And get right in on there. Mm-hmm. So fair trade, I can't emphasize enough. If so many of us buy gifts that actually, they're beautiful, but they cause a lot of harm where they're made and then where they go to after we're done with them. This one doesn't do that. It's organic. It's hip. It's fun. It has a little air freshener on it, and it says, fresh air, get some. the most beautiful scent in the world is fresh, clean air. It's very precious. It's something we can appreciate.
True dat.
True dat. And it's organic.
Nice.
Making good stuff in a good way. All right. So yeah, just if you're going to wear stuff, try and make it organic, not full of pesticides, and fair tradey. Here's another cool shirt. Oops, I have it backward. Super simple, basic. If you don't like logos and lots of stuff, like Lindsay, who might be the editor on duty, she doesn't like any logos or anything on anything. No fun. If you are a fun-loving logo kind of person, Peace Warrior, which is kind of the Shambhala Buddhist thing. We're all about warriorship, bravery, but in a peaceful, non-aggressive way. Which, you know, similar to our new president-elect, just kind of putting peace out there in the world constantly. It's a very exciting time. All right. Oh, we have the prayer flags behind me. Don't want to forget those. These are like wind horse. They're like the prayer wheel, which we just went through. So when they blow in the wind, then, and they have the auspicious symbols or some darn thing my mom could tell us. Where's my mom when I need her? Anyway, they blow in the wind, and they basically, the notion is that they give off the prayer that's printed on them. They're made of recycled eco paper. The different colors symbolize different things, like white is water, blue is earth, yet gold is something I'm going to make up, green is some other darn thing, and red is fire. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
You have the dumber Lewis on this video. And then we have, and Lizzie is going to put in the comments, I think, we have a guide to eco yoga mats. So most yoga mats are made out of PVC. If you watch the videos, my videos, you'll know that most yoga mats are made out of PVC polyvinyl chloride. No on vinyl, that's vinyl. Vinyl is nasty to do yoga on. It smells nasty. This doesn't smell nasty because it's made out of rubber and it plants a tree. It also benefits, this particular one benefits ovarian cancer awareness.
I think with the different colors, they donate to different charities.
Exactly. So anyway, if you're going to do a yoga mat, get one made out of rubber. Rubber is like maple syrup. It just comes out of trees, and the trees can still live, and the forest can be habitats for wildlife and ongoing jobs for farmers. So I think that's everything. Is that every? Oh, and we went over this, the Kush. Here's another thing I'm obsessed with is people buy beautiful pillows for a lot of money,
Yeah.
but then those pillows are almost always filled with crap, just off-gassing, nasty plastic, basically, poly, foam, that kind of stuff. Like if you buy any beanbag, it's full of foam, which will off-gas in your house forever. So this is filled with cotton. Wool is also a great alternative if it's mindfully sourced. So just pay attention to what your pillows are full of. Kapok is good. Just get something natural, and this is that. And you can zip that off and wash it if you have a dirty butt.
Can you talk about why fair trade is important?
Yeah, fair trade. So we touched on that briefly, but a lot of us will get beautiful gifts, and they're beautiful, but they're only beautiful right now. They came from suffering. They caused suffering and how they were made.
How?
Well, like in India, for example, something like 99% of the cotton is now GMO, and farmers are killing themselves because they can't pay for their homes, and they're forced to take out these crazy loans. And so there's a company called Pact, which is one of my favorite companies here in Boulder, that does organic cotton in India, that lets them, farm cotton without pesticides. When you see farmers wearing plastic hazmat suits and air things so that they're safe from green crops, we're using too much pesticides. Pesticide is just a fancy word for poison. So fair trade, basically respecting the rights of the workers, making sure they're getting paid reasonably. Fair trade is super important with cotton or coffee, a lot of the staples of this world. I think most people know about that, but we really need to get super passionate about it. And all the gifts I usually like to give or get are secondhand or fair trade. They cause either no badness environmentally or for humans or for animals, hopefully, and or they cause positive goodness, which is the ideal, and fair trade is that. So I love it. A lot of people will talk about direct trade. Direct trade is a nice idea, but it's not regulated. So can I take the phone and selfie it up for a sec, just so I can see your comments? Hey guys, so if you're just tuning in, say where you're from, and if you feel like it, say thank you, Bess. Bess did a great job filming. And I just want to take over for a second so I can see any comments and questions, and I'll answer them if you like. Oh, it looks like someone came in with what the colors all mean. Oh, what color is your prayer flag? Yeah, basically any blog, any weird subject you ever wanted to know is on Elephant. That article is from a couple months ago. So if you're just tuning in, like Stephanie, say where you're from, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Someone's thanking Bess. And
Blue is Earth.
no, it's all in the comments now because of this blog. So thank you so much. Blue is, well, here it says sky space, but whatever. Read that blog. That's much more knowledgeable than I am. Lindsay has that jade yoga mat. Heather has it. If you have any questions, yeah, I was told to wear this hat because it's Filson, and it's crazy good for biking through the snow. So I bike all winter. Fold that over your ears. You got warm ears. And then when it's snowing, like last night, you put that down so the snow hits that and goes up so your eyes are clear. Anyway. And
You look kind of like Redford.
yeah, I look like my dog, kind of.
Do you want to thank maybe YogaOutlet again?
Yeah, so anyway, you can get any of the stuff I just went over. You know when you don't want to call something a product because it's so cool that you're on the right track. So you can get any of these goodies at YogaOutlet.com. And if you want me to continue doing these videos and Elephant to continue to be happy and healthy, and I don't mean that in a negative way, I mean if you just want to support every good people supporting good people, support YogaOutlet, and then our sponsor will be happy. And I'm still coming at this from a journalism point of view or editor, so I only recommend products that I believe in and that I would use myself as an environmentalist and a Buddhist kind of guy. Lots of sweet comments from lots of you about Pema and the necklace and the bowls. Yeah, the bowls, Robin says the bowls should replace all the gavels in U.S. courts. But the gavel is the same kind of idea. It's like, twashink! It's just a little more intense. Yeah, they are singing bowls as well, but that's... Yeah, you can do whatever you want with them, I guess. You're subbing a high school class. Awesome. I'm sure I'm a twin soul adorable. I think you're adorable. Tibetan bowl. Yep. Om Tattoo. Thank you for telling me what it was. Hey, Dustin from the Hoosier State, Indiana. I just rewatched, what was that movie on Netflix? So good. All right, tons of comments. I'm just trying to go through all of them while badly whistling Oh Holy Night. All right, I think I'm getting out of here. How do you gift someone the ability to not react? Not reacting is overrated, but by not reacting, you mean not being knee-jerk reacting. It's actually good to react to things in our life. That means we're present for what's going on in our life. It's not bad to react, but you want them to be able to breathe through their reaction so they don't react in a knee-jerky, aggressive way. I think encouraging them to meditate, to climb, to do yoga, any kind of activity that teaches people to breathe through the solidity or intensity of their own thoughts. Yeah, there's the link. Shop at YogaOutlet and save 10% on your first purchase when you sign up for their Style News newsletter. And there's the bit.ly link, Elephant Yoga Outlet. So if you use that exact link, I think that lets them know that Elephant sent you. So if you do that, I'll appreciate. Kenzie, where are you in Vermont? I used to live in Vermont, and Vermont's my favorite place. And I've been hearing that Vermont's not going to have snow anymore in a couple years because of climate change, which is really bumming me out. All right, guys. Anna wants to get the prayer wheel.
Meditation.
Oh, we'll meditate for a second.
Should I play the bowl before you meditate?
What, you're going to do the singing bowl thing? Sure. Well, there we go. All right, guys, let's take a good posture. Here I can, okay. Just take a good posture. Let me, I want to see comments and stuff.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Flip it.
You get on there.
Okay.
Bess is beyond camera shy. She's wanted by the FBI. Comey is going after her just as soon as he's done with Hillary. All right, so take a good posture. Wangle your tush around so that you can kind of relax your sit bones. Get your shoulders up, back, down. Yeah. Gently put your neck back and forth. Just kind of touch in with your tight old body. And then take a great posture. Yeah, you can do a little twist if you want. And breathe while you do it. Don't just rush. And then find your breath in and out. This is Buddhist meditation or shamatha, learning how to rest the mind in the present moment. I'm filming Bess right now. Not really. Her eyes were closed. I just wanted to see if I could scare her. All right, breathe in and out. Place your mind's attention on your breath. If you can, you feel like it, open your eyes and experiment with mixing the mind of meditation with your daily experience of life. So whatever time it is, maybe all day you haven't touched in with your simple breath. Your breath here is just your normal breath, maybe a little bit deeper and longer. But this isn't meditation yet. This is simply placing your mind's attention on your breath. In and out. If you find yourself caught up in thoughts, speediness, desires, plans, how your body is feeling, hungry, good or bad, happy or sad, any thought, just notice that and label it thinking. I'm thinking, and return your attention to your breath. And then when you're done, that's just basic meditation instruction. Put your hands together. You can put your hands on your thighs. And with mutual respect and appreciation, you can dedicate the merit of anything we've done, talking about fair trade, organic, healthy gifts that help bring mindfulness and joy into your life, and a little meditation and community. Give it away. Well, thank you so much. Remember, meditation is not solemn. It's joyful, but it's not fake joy. It's just genuinely appreciative. If you enjoyed this, give it a like or a love. Share it up. Give it a funny faced emoticon. Yeah, Kenzie, I kind of want to move to Burlington. Let me know any Burlington tips. And yeah, Robin, I'm going to run off and star in Fargo, the TV show. Megan, big love to you. Thank you for everything you do. And everyone, if you feel like it, support YogaOutlet.com. Links above. Hey, Lizelle. Thank Lindsay and thank Bess, who I'll just film her feet so you know she's a real person. There's her feet. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, right. If you enjoyed this FB Live, as soon as I hang up, you can click the get notifications, or you can go to youtube.com/Elephant Journal for many, many videos, most of which are 5 minutes long, way shorter, and a little more pro than the Facebook Live. But thank you so much, and I'll try and do these more.